Welcome to H2K Infosys. H2K Infosys is a e-verify business based in Atlanta, Georgia, United States. We provide 100% job-oriented, instructor-led, face-to-face, true live online software training programs. It also includes access to cloud test lab with software tools. We provide live project for you to work on. We also provide assistance with mock interviews, resume preparation and review, and job placement assistance. H2K Infosys is trusted by so many students across the world. H2K Infosys provides world-class services in IT training with real-time project work for corporates and individuals, special IT training for MS students in the United States, software design, development, QA manual and automation, performance testing and maintenance, IT staff augmentation, job placement assistance, and tech support.
Okay. So first let's look at the conditional statements, if else condition, right? So that's what actually this editor itself is going to give you the code. So the moment you put if, then, and end if, it's going to generate the code. Like what's the syntax, how it looks, the if else condition. And now we are going to say here, so declare two variables, right? Say dim a comma b, and then you assign value, say a is equal 10 and b is equal 20. And now we are going to put if else condition if a is greater than b. Okay. Then you are going to say message box a. That means you want to give the value of a, else say message box b. So this is a simple if else condition, right? So you're going to say if dim a comma b, okay, there are two variables you declared, and then we assign values to those variables. Then we are going to check is a greater than b or not. That's if condition. This is the condition. If this condition is true, then it's going to execute this particular line. If this condition is false, that means if a is not greater than b, then it's going to execute this line. Okay. So just like it's going to check this condition, a is greater than b or not. So a is less than b. So this condition is not true. So that's where it goes to here, else part, and then it's going to say the value of b, it's 20. Okay. So again, anyway, all these control statements also you will get the help. Okay, so these are the control statements. So if else condition. So end if is basically you have to close that. That is the syntax. Okay. So these are actually like the syntax of if else condition. So that's what actually like it's sometimes we do this way, like end if it's the two words. And if you put one word, then it won't recognize. So and also one more thing. So whatever the blue color stuff here you see, those are the reserved words. Okay, blue color lines. So for example, dim, that is a reserved word in VB script. So that means the reserved word means those are reserved for the VB scripting. So you're not supposed to use those words for any other purpose. so that the result works. So here you will get all those control statements, like how you can use it. Okay. So for example here, if you have three numbers, right? Say C is equal to 30. Then so you want to put more logic, right? So if A is greater than B, then give the message A. Then you are going to write one more if else condition. If B is greater than C. So first you are going to check, okay, no. So here A is greater than B, give me the value of A, and then you are going to check is A is greater than C. So this way you are going to put a lot of if else conditions, one inside another. Say for example here, um, what happens is you have to do properly indenting. That is also one of the coding standards. What is indenting is if you put more of this logic, right? Say for example, if you write the things this way, it's not so clear, right? This particular logic, this particular logic, right? It's not so clear. It looks like okay, something like a big English paragraph. It doesn't look any coding part. So that's where actually the indenting is also one of the programming standards. So what is indenting is you have to put a tab space. Okay, you see like on your keyboard, a tab key. If you press tab, then you'll get the space. This is the indenting. And then, so you do, if you want double, just you keep hit tab key 2 times. Then here 3 times. So this way you have to properly indenting. So that you better understand the code. You better understand the logic. Oh, okay. So this is one if else condition. And there is another if else condition outside. So that way you have to properly indenting the code. That way your code looks better, the appearance, and then you can better understand the logic. Okay. So indenting. So this is also one of the programming standards. So one is option explicit, the other one is indenting, the third one is commenting. Okay. So far like we learned, these are the 3 programming standards. Right? So any questions? So here you will find difference. So we learned about the if else condition and then for loop. So this is the for loop. Okay. So how we are going to write the for loop? So you declare a variable, so dim I, and then for loop, right? So for I is equal to say 1, 2, 3. And each time you want to repeat the value of I. Right? So you declare a variable I. Then for I is equal to 1, 2, 3, each time you are going to display the value of I. So what the for loop is going to do is depends on how many times you want to repeat. Then it's going to repeat that many times. Say if you run this, and then you want to continue this loop for 3 times. Right? So what's the value of I in the first loop, it is 1. Then, because this loop will continue 3 times, and what's the value of I second time? It is 2. And what's the value of I third time? It is 3. So once it completes 3 times, it will come out from the loop. And also if you want to increment this one, say for example, here I say I is equal to 1 to 25, and each time I want to increment by 5, then you can say step 5. So that every time the I value is going to increment by 5. Say run. So it's the first one. And then, so second time what it says, it wants to say 2. Because you said step 5. That means you increment by 5. So that is 6. Next time, 6 plus 5. Because increment by 5. So that is 11. And 11, next time, 11 plus 5, 16. 16 plus 5, 21. Then it will come out from the loop. Because 21 plus 5, 26. So your loop is up to 25, right? Then it will come out. So that way just you can, depends on like how you want to increment it. So if you say 3, then it is going to increment. So 1, next time 4, 4 plus 3, 7, 7 plus 3, 10. This way, you can also increment, instead of following the serial number, you can also increment it. Okay, say 1, 4, 7 like that. So this is the for loop. Okay, so if that is condition, for loop, then what are the other things? About on error resume next. So on error resume next, we're going to look at, but we don't use much of on error resume next in our scripting because we're going to handle that through recovery scenarios. So anyway, we're going to look at that. And then say while. Okay, so this is just like while and the condition, and then this is the syntax. Okay, so this is also a very famous question, like what's the difference between while and do loop? Okay, what's the difference between while and do while? Let's look at first the while. Okay, so even you can simply copy paste this code. Okay, before that, even here for loop, say, I think we already discussed this one. If a particular condition is satisfied, right, then you want to come out from the loop, then how you can do that? Say, you are going to put within the for loop, you can also write if else condition. If I is equal to, right, so you're going to say 7. Okay, if I is equal to 7, I don't want to continue this loop. So you can say exit for. This is to, once this condition is satisfied, like whenever that I becomes 7, then you want to stop this loop. I don't want to continue. So you can also say that way, if I is equal to 7, then exit for. Exit this loop. So if you run this, okay, what's the value of I now? It's 1. Next time, it is 4. still this loop will continue. So this time it is 7. Then it come out. So basically, like, say, even if you put the breakpoint here, then the things will be clear, right? So what's the value of phi now? 1. Next time, okay, there's a breakpoint. So next time it is 4. So is equal to 7? No. That way it goes to the next loop. Now I is equal to 7, right? The value of I is 7. And now this itself condition will execute. Because this condition is true, I is equal to 7. Then if you press F7, so it go inside. And then what this exit for is going to do is it will come out from the loop. Okay. So this is about the for loop with different conditions. Like you can increment it, and you can also, whenever the condition is satisfied, you can also exit the loop. Okay. So any questions? So while band is the same as we use in synchronization. Yeah. Basically, like so you can mention the condition. Okay. While this condition is satisfied, you can stop it. Okay. So the next one is y, right? So what this like, okay, let's copy paste this, and then let's look at. So declare a variable, say counter, and you initialize the variable, like saying that okay, first you are going to assign 0 to this variable. Okay, yes, you assign 0 to this variable, and then you are going to look at while counter is less than 20. Okay, so because what is the initial value of is 0? When counter is less than 20, you want to continue this one. And then you are going to increment the counter. Right? Say counter is equal to counter plus 1. Say, for example, let me run only this for the line. So that, okay, run from step. Oh, sorry. Here I'm going to say message box and then counter. Okay, so first it executes, counter is equal to 0, and then what you're doing here, counter is equal to counter plus 1. Then what the counter will become? 0, okay, initially it is 0, right? 0 plus 1, then it will become 1. So that's what it says. Now the counter value is 1. Next time it is 2, because 1 plus 1 is 2. Next time it is 3. So this way, this will continue up to 20. Once it becomes, okay, so now it is 19. If the counter value is less than 20, then this while loop will continue. Whenever just the counter value is more than 20, this loop will end. Okay, so now it is still less than. Okay, so after 20, then it will come out the loop. Like you are going to check whether the counter is less than 20, the value, or it's more than 20. If it is less than 20, then this will continue. Okay, so basically like we are going to use if else and for loops most of the time in our scripts. So, but depends on like sometimes, but very frequent, not so very frequently. But there are sometimes like we are going to use these while statements. Say in synchronization part, like if you want to verify the messages, like whether the particular message displayed, then you stop. Okay, so that's where actually like you're going to put that condition here. In that case, so basically you're going to execute until statement. So do until is that one. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So this is actually like you can use this statement do until loop. So for example, if you look at this application, right? So we are talking about the synchronization and that part. Okay. Let me explain this on this application. What's happening? Okay. Oh, this is this toolbar. Okay. 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 So now let's look at, let me open that flight application and let me explain how you can verify using until without putting the wait time. Okay. So here I'm going to create an order. So here it's going to now do this processing bar and then it's trying to insert order, right? Then what I want is my script, instead of putting say wait time 60 seconds or 120 seconds, then what I want is as soon as this insert done message appears here, then I want my script has to run to the next step. So how I can put that is you can use the until statement here. Say do until. So this is one. So what you can do is you're going to verify that message, right? So how are you going to verify that message? So you can capture that value and then let's try to add that object to the object repository first. Okay, let me add that object. So this is the one. And then, so that object is added. And now, let me close this. And then let me spy that and see what is the text it is going to display here. Okay, I'm going to spy this text. Say then, just I want to look at Okay, so this is the one, the text, insert done, right? So then I'm going to capture this one, just copy the value, just to make sure that I'm doing correct thing. So now you're going to put do until, then you're going to say if, and then you can drag and drop this object, right? And then you're going to say dot get arrow property. Then what's the property that holds the value of text? Is equal, this is the text, right? So this way just you're going to say if the text is this one, then you're going to, or just you can simply put even you need not put if else condition also. Do until if this particular text is this one. That's it. So that you need not put like whether it's say wait for 15 seconds or 60 seconds like that. So this code what it's doing is as soon as like it see this message, then it will come out from the loop. And then it proceeds to the next line in your script. Okay, so this way, these are the scenarios like where you're going to use different loop, these control statements. Okay, so it's clear. I think Wimpy is asking this question. So this are just you can synchronize your scripts. You not say wait 15 seconds or 30 seconds like that. Okay, you just remove these things and then put this do until statement. So what it's going to do is do until whenever you see this particular text is insert then it goes to the next loop. Okay. Then what are the other conditions? So then the next one is the switch statement. Yeah, select case. Okay, select case. So the switch is basically like in other cases, but the select case is basically like if you say for example this is the one, right? Select case, how it works is, okay, let me copy this one. If a particular case matches, then it's going to give you that one. Say for example here, I'm going to put, like you can also pass, message boxes is going to give you the window, right? Message boxes is going to return like what is displayed. If you want the user has to pass some input, then you can also do input box. Okay. What this input box is going to do is it's going to prompt to the user, like what it's going to return. Say, for example, enter the color. Then it's going to ask, like, please enter the color what you want to input. So what I'm going to do is here, okay. Say, for example, here, let me run the script so that you will better understand. I'm going to put a breakpoint here, and then, so run some step. Oh, okay, so it should be within the brackets. See, this is what the input box is, right? So what it says, input box, the whole dialog, what it says is the input box. Message box is, it's going to return the small dialog where it's going to return the result. Suppose if you want, the user has to input something, so you can say input box, and what are the things that you put here, entire color that's going to display here. But this work and cancel buttons, those comes by default. Okay, you need not worry about those things. And then here you're going to say, okay, the red, then click OK. Because now what's the case? The color is red. So there are different cases here now. Whether the case is red, green, blue, then it's going to display the appropriate thing. I think that this one is not going to work. So let me put the message box here.
So many of our students have given testimonials on how our training programs are. You will find them on kudzu.com and on our website h2kinfosys.com. On our website h2kinfosys.com, you will also find more detailed information on who we are, the courses that we offer, what each course covers. Also, if you're interested in a demo program, please register on our homepage on the left-hand side. Just give us more information about yourself and we will send you a link for a demo class. The demo class is absolutely free. Experience our commitment by just attending an orientation workshop at no cost. Our team of faculty and advisors are here to guide you with the right information. If you still have more questions, please feel free to call us. Call us at 770-777-1269. This is a United States number. If you're calling from the UK, call us at 020-337-17615. You can also email us at training@h2kinfosys.com or h2kinfosys@gmail.com. Thank you for watching our videos. We wish you a great career in information technology.